Good evening or afternoon or morning. You know what? Let's just count me in again here.
All right.
I
Good
don't want to start
day.
like that.
Okay. Three, two, one, and we're rolling.
Good day and welcome to the walk off. I'm Scott Belford, joined as always by Adam Mack. This is
Uh,
our movie reviews. Sorry, everybody, we're cracking ourselves up here. I had to redo it because I said good evening, and he's like, I guess you're just going to say good day, and then that's all I could think of. So here we are.
and now that we've done that, I'm just going to leave that first part in. So everyone's going to get that little peek behind the curtains and appreciate the recap. So
So
here we
number
go.
one, this is for all of our Patreon, and thank you very much if you are a part of that elite group, if you will. We do really appreciate the support. Of course, we are releasing a movie review every month, a baseball movie, and Adam and I have kind of picked five each, and then we're going to leave the last two up to you to kind of vote on in Patreon. So today's movie is going to be Major League. We've already done Mr. Baseball. We did a free preview of Bull Durham, so that's out on YouTube right now. And this is one of my favorite baseball movies of all time, buddy. I'm excited about this one.
This is my favorite part of these episodes that we've done. Honestly, we probably could have made a full episode just out of the recast, the remake.
Yeah.
Like, we could probably spend an hour on this. Um,
We're not
we did,
going to, though.
no. We did Bull Durham. We did Mr. Baseball. Each of those
Yeah.
movies, we had, what, three or four characters
Yeah,
that were
we're
worth
recasting a
recasting?
lot here for sure.
We're recasting a full 40-man roster.
Okay.
So let's start
Should we
with...
start with Jake Taylor?
Well, let's start with the love interest first, because then we'll get into Jake Taylor
Right.
and the whole team. So let's pair him
Okay.
up with Lynn. Let's go with Lynn first, played by Renee Russo. Who do you got first?
I got Jennifer Lawrence.
Fuck off. Really?
Yeah.
I got Jennifer Lawrence too. That's so funny. Amazing. From Hunger Games. No, great call.
Yeah.
Great recasting. I don't know if it's what it is, but yeah, it's funny that both our minds went there. Okay, well, I don't really have anything else to say. I got no argument here.
I don't know why. I was just like, who would I like to see a skirt pulled down with the cleats on? And I'm like, Jennifer Lawrence. Like,
Yeah. Well, and she feels like age appropriate and is
yeah,
like cute, but not like overly bombshell
yeah,
cute. Like she's,
exactly.
you know, I think
Like she could be a bookworm. Absolutely.
yeah, I think so. So let's all right, Jennifer Lawrence, that's great. Now, who is pulling down her skirt with the cleats? Jake Taylor, played in this movie by Tom Berenger. Who are you recasting?
I actually have Tom Hardy.
Ooh, Tom Hardy. Is that Venom? Is that Bane?
Yeah, that's Bane.
Okay. Good choice. I like Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Kind of the right age.
right
Gruff,
age.
a little bit of stubble and just like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot. My choice for Jake Taylor, very similar, I think. The edge goes to the fact that he has been in a baseball movie, Chris Pratt
Ah,
from
okay.
Moneyball and from everything else.
Yes. Yes, he would make a good washed up catcher, sure.
Washed up catcher, age appropriate, fit, not too fit. I think he fits
Hmm.
right in there with Tom Hardy. So, um, oh, Chris Pratt was in a movie with Jennifer Lawrence, by the way, called
No.
Passengers. Have you ever seen Passengers?
No, I haven't.
I won't spend a whole episode on this, I swear. But the premise of the movie, they're on one of these like space flights in the future from Earth to some future planet. Everybody on the like it takes 300 years to get there or whatever, so everybody's like frozen in cryogenics whatever so that they can not just die on their journey there.
Okay.
Chris Pratt has some sort of a malfunction in his cell, so he gets woken up and he's on this ship entirely by himself for years, and he's just bored. And then he starts going through the passenger log and is like, man, I really wish I had a friend to hang out with. Finds Jennifer Lawrence and is like, oh, well, I'm going to wake her up too. So he causes a malfunction in her cell so that hers also wakes up. But he realizes that's a pretty shitty thing to do, right? Because now their whole
Yeah.
lives are going to be just on this ship instead of getting to this awesome utopia at the
Yes.
end of their trip, right? So he plays it off as like, well, I'm going to pretend that hers was also just an accident. So he goes back and pretends to sleep as well. And when she wakes up, he also wakes up and is like, oh, what happened? Yeah, me too. Oh, no, we're on this thing.
Yeah.
We're trapped together. And then like love happens and they fall in love. And then she ends up finding out that like, oh, no, he did this to me and he's a shitty person. And it's just a really sad movie in a weird way.
Right. Maybe I have seen that. Seems very familiar.
Yeah. Anyways,
All
moving
right.
on. Ricky Vaughn, played by Charlie Sheen.
I have Taylor Lautner. I think the veg
Oh.
head look with him and like some
Okay.
sleeveless shirts. Yeah.
Taylor Lautner. That is the wolf boy from Twilight, right?
I don't know.
What do you know him from?
I saw him. Cuckoo or Cuckoo?
Cool.
I don't
I'll
know.
look it up after, but I only know him
Okay.
from Twilight. Interesting.
No, I haven't seen Twilight. Yeah.
I have Michael B. Jordan, who have you seen the Creed movies, like the Rocky sequels? I guess he was also in
that's who I
Black
have for
Panther.
Willie Mays Hayes.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. Well, I have him as Ricky Vaughn. I thought he might be
Nice.
a good kind of a bad boy. So,
Yes.
all right. So let's move on now to, well, let's do Ricky Mays.
Willie Mays Hayes, obviously,
then. You have Michael B. Jordan. I have Kevin Hart. I just
okay.
thought from like a personality goofball kind of
Yeah.
a standpoint, and then I thought obviously they could throw in some short jokes or something in the locker room because that's always the case.
A little old, but we can make him up and
we can make him up.
CGI it. Yeah.
All right. Next, we've got Roger Dorn, played by
Yes.
Corbin Burnson. I went with, and this one I don't know if everyone's going to agree with me on, but I did go with kind of a handsome playboy type, a little bit older, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Hey.
I
Okay.
was just picturing him in his like Great Gatsby role and like Wolf of Wall Street to a lesser extent, but just like the, kind of like smug,
Yeah.
well off. I don't know. Who do you got?
I went with Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, just a full Avengers recast here we're making between the two of us.
Yes.
Chris Hemsworth. That's Thor, correct?
I don't know.
Or am I mixing that up with a different Hemsworth? What do you know
I
Chris
don't know.
Hemsworth from if you don't know him from Thor?
I don't
Cuckoo? Was he in Cuckoo with
know. He wasn't in
Taylor
Cocoon.
Lautner? No, okay. We can't move on. What do you know Chris Hemsworth from? At all? Or did you just Google handsome actors?
No, Hemsworth. So I used to have a joke way back in the day where I was talking about my brothers and just needed like a much better looking brothers, and so I Googled it, and then Hemsworths came up, and then I just, I mean, I know a Hemsworth is Thor. I just don't know which one. I don't know.
Honestly, I'm not even 100% confident that Chris Hemsworth is Thor. It might be Luke or Owen or no,
Because
those are the Wilsons.
I went the same way as you did, where I was like, who would be like a wealthy playboy type guy? Like, I don't know.
Right.
It might be a bad cast job there.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I don't think I stuck the landing with DiCaprio myself.
Because my best casting comes with what we've got coming up next. I'll be honest.
All right. Are you going with Lou Brown next?
Yeah, let's go Lou Brown.
Okay, Lou Brown. You got a good one here?
This is probably my best one. Yeah.
Okay. I've got Clint Eastwood.
Oh shit! Really?
I think it was just Lou Brown played by James Gammon, just with that like really raspy like old smoker's voice, and I just thought Clint Eastwood might be a little too hard for that role.
Yeah.
But he could have some fun with it.
How do you like this one? Nick Offerman.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh yeah, that one wins. Sorry, Clint, you're getting bumped for Nick Offerman. Great choice there. All right. Then we got two left to recast here. We've got
3. Ed Harris, Pedro.
Right.
Harry Doyle.
Sorry. Okay, let's do Pedro Serrano next then. So this is played by Dennis Haysbert, who, if you're following along at home, played Max the Hammer Dubois in Mr. Baseball. I've got him recast as Yaziel Puig.
Hey, that's kind of cool.
He's out of baseball now anyways, right? So
Yeah.
let's get him into acting.
I went with Simu Liu, the guy from Kim's Convenience.
Okay. Nice.
Right?
Yeah. All right.
Figured. He'd shave him up, watch him walk around without a shirt in the dressing room. He looks like he could be into voodoo, you know? I don't know.
All right. There you go. That's a good one. All right. So last player before we get to the commentator of Harry Doyle, let's end with Eddie Harris.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
Played by Chelsea
this
Ross.
one.
This is the old man pitcher. Who do you get?
I got Danny McBride.
Oh, nice choice. Okay, Danny McBride, who everybody might know from Eastbound and Down or The Righteous Gemstones more recently.
Yes.
Good choice. Good choice. Danny McBride. Yeah, that would be good. I hope he brings that curly mullet of his back, if that's the case. I went with, maybe sticking with the theme from Yaziel Puig and the like old former big leaguers idea. I went with a John Axford.
Oh, casting some ball players. I like it.
Casting some ball players. So I thought John Axford, when I was watching this movie, that's all I could picture was Axford with his like big gray beard that he had this year.
Yeah.
And that's just, in my mind, that was the only person to fill that role was John Axford. All right, so now last thing to recast here, and then we'll get out of here. Harry Doyle, played by Bob Uecker.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Who do you got for commentator?
I've got Will Ferrell imitating Bob Uecker.
Ooh, that's a great one. That's a great one. No, I like that a lot. Full parody of Bob Uecker. That would be really fun. He would really go all in on that too.
Oh, Ferrell would kill it. Yeah.
Yeah. Only risk of that is I feel like he might steal the show. Like unintentionally, I just feel like he would become such a big role in that movie. Like,
yeah,
he would just kill it so hard. Anyways, I've got different direction. I went with Danny DeVito.
Hey, interesting.
Love
that
me
could be
some
fun.
Danny DeVito, and I just thought, let's do it. So Danny DeVito, interesting. I would watch this movie, Scott, no matter whose choice of casting they went with. I think both of us went with a pretty star-studded cast.
Yes.
In the remake here, if we're getting any of these guys, it's quite the.
In all honesty,
cast.
the movie world is primed for another fun comedy baseball movie. There hasn't really been anything like that in years and years and years, and I would love to see something major league-esque being made these days. All right, should we wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up. Let's just now maybe slot things in here. Now that we've done 3 movies for these movie reviews, let's just pencil it in. Where does Major League stack up for you relative to Bull Durham and Mr. Baseball? Let's get a
So if I'm just going to go with my personal favorite, it goes Major League, Bull Durham, Mr. Baseball.
Okay. I would say Major League for sure is definitely number 1 so far. Then I got Mr. Baseball 2, and then Bull Durham.
Okay.
But they're pretty close.
Honestly, they're pretty close. I was just going to say that. Like, I could switch it. It would be fine. I do.
All right. What are we getting to next month? This was our February movie review. What are we doing in March?
In March, we're going to do A League of Their Own, of course, with Rosie O'Donnell, Madonna, Tom Hanks, just a classic about the boys being off at war and the female baseball league that takes place. So excited for that one. Honestly, one of my favorite baseball movies. So we're looking forward to get into that. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuning in. That means that you paid for Patreon, which we cannot thank you enough for. It means a lot. And the support and the patronage, all that stuff, appreciate it. Thank you so much.